Hey Gearfax geezers, I know what you're thinking right from the outset. This keyboard looks really dumb. And you're correct, it is dumb. It's really poor quality and very stupid. It is the Miles MLS-668. I did want to make a review of this keyboard though because it's just funny. It's so unpredictable, it's very hard to operate, a lot of the sounds are repeated, a lot of the rhythms are repeated, and it just makes no sense everywhere you turn. So for that reason alone, it has charm. Let's have a listen to our default sound. I think I heard a bit of a glitch there as it was playing as well. No, everything's coming through fine there. Maybe it was my playing that was glitchy. That was meant to be piano. Anyway, I'll switch to voice here and we go to, well that was 0, 0, so we'll go to 0, 1 and get the next piano sound. Wow. Well, that's meant to be a piano, which it clearly doesn't even resemble, but it's a kind of a cool sound. Strange. Oh well, let's move on to 0, 2. That's a very, very harsh Celesta sound. Let's try some organ sounds by jumping straight up to number 78. Okay, like I said at the beginning, a lot of these sounds are repeated, so if we try our 0, 0 sound again, piano, you might find that number 10, or number 11, or number 12, well there you go, there's an example, number 11 and number 12 are identical. One thing you can do is add a sustain effect here. And also a vibrato effect. But no matter what you do, it all sounds dreadful. Let's zoom in a bit and maybe move to the side slightly and have a look at these percussion keys in the middle. For some reason the symbol, the very sharp cut-off symbol, is 3 times louder than all the other buttons. While we're viewing it from this angle too, let's have a press of key drum here. It just turns the entire keybed into a drum set. But again, sounds are repeated all over the place. Let's see if sustain works. No, it has no effect. One key is also pretty weird. Stop it! Oh, just press one key again. So that enables you just to tap one key to play that beautiful tune that we just heard. Speaking of tunes, let's have a look at our demo tracks here. We've got Cloudy Moon, We Wish You a Merry Christmas, Oh Christmas Tree, Cradle Song, and Whipping Horse Moving Food. Another old favourite. We might have to come back to that one, but for now I'm going to show you some rhythms. So let's switch over to Style. So I pressed play there and the display just said, oh, now it's working. Okay, I'm going to try to play the melody that goes along with that. Oh. Alright, we've lost our accompaniment. Okay, it has fill-ins, but it doesn't have any actual ending, so you can't give your tune a nice, coherent finish. But anyway, let's try a couple more of these rhythms. Single is what we've got to press, and synchronize the start. Even though I was only hitting the notes A, B, C in progression there, it clearly was having trouble sticking to any kind of key. So the fun never stops. But if we go back to our first rhythm here, and we've just had a sample of that, and then go to rhythm number 20, you'll find it's exactly the same. And basically it repeats like that right through the whole rhythm list. You've only really got 20 different ones, and for each title they seem to have just chosen the rhythm that closest matches whatever's written there, rather than actually program 100 rhythms. So I'm not familiar with this guy Miles, but whoever you are, Miles. Anyway, I won't spend any more time teasing this keyboard. Obviously, it is what it is. It's a cheap imitation of the more name brand kind of keyboards. And I think the only thing that's left to do now is to zoom right in and have a close listen to Whipping Horse Moving Food. You probably don't need to hear the whole thing. Anyway, as is the Gearfax style, guys, I'll just take you on a quick tour over the front. I think we've seen pretty much everything here. There are a few buttons that are inexplicable, really, and to be honest, I don't feel very motivated to find out what the answers are. No pitch bend wheel or any fancy features like that. Pretty good stereo speakers. I have to say, a lot of the rhythms do have a good sort of stereo bounce, like the snare drums and the hi-hats are sort of rolling back and forth between the left and right speakers in a way that's actually not too bad. You've got to give credit where credit's due. As you can see, I've had a bit of an impact at the back here, so the 9-volt power in is kind of inaccessible, as are the headphone and mic sockets. There were, or could be, 2 MIDI sockets there. I don't know, I have a feeling those things are just put there though to look like it could be upgradable. I'd strongly doubt whether the main board actually had a MIDI capability of any kind, to be honest. Here's our battery bay, 6 AA's. I've reviewed a few stupid keyboards in my time, so I'll put up links to those other reviews. They're always quite funny and good to have a go with. That's the MLS-668. I wonder how many models these guys have actually had. Miles, not the most illustrious brand, but anyway, thanks for liking, commenting, or subscribing, guys. I look forward to seeing you next time, where maybe we look at something a little bit better on Gearfax.